Okay, so good morning. Today, rather last class, we finished up with our chapter one and we discussed about the machine learning methods. We discussed about the various types of learnings, supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement learning, right? Uh, I'm not sure whether you got time to go through it or not, but do that. Otherwise, the things will not be clear with you, right? So it's important that we go through it. Now, let's see the question pattern or the kind of questions they have given to us as a reference thing, because that is what we follow as of now. We don't have any sample papers from CBSE yet with the new syllabus. That is why we really can't do much about it till we get that material. But at least we can refer to this part, whatever they have given in the chapter. Okay. So here we have the questions here. Can you see that? So that gives you a basic idea about how the questions will be put across to you during your exams. Fine? Can we try a one or two? Let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So who's often referred as the father of AI?
Ma'am, John McCarthy.
Yes. I hope others also agree to that. Okay, so let me see if others can try that too. Question number 2. In which year was the term AI first used by John McCarthy? Before the AI winter period. When was it first?
Ma'am, I think it's
Ma'am,
1955.
1955.
Yeah, it's very good. 1955 is the correct answer. What the term data is the new oil implied? Data is the new oil. Oil being very important. Earlier
Ma'am,
we used, yeah,
data is used as fuel for machines.
no, data is not used as fuel for machines. Come on. Data is as valuable as oil. You know, a few days back, till a few days back also, or abhi bhi, yeah, woman, you're right. Abhi bhi, oil is very important. You know, the Middle East people are very much, you can see Russia, you have other countries, including Middle East also. They have huge supplies of reserves of oil. So even America wants to conquer them because every country has vehicles, every country has oil requirement for a lot of other things also. So oil is very, very important. But the days to come, we feel that water will become a very important thing. Fresh water.
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So उन्होंने उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट से इस चीज को रिलेट किया है. Data is as valuable as oil. Data is very, very valuable because people are fighting over the data. People are raising issues, security concerns over that. So data is as valuable as oil. So that is what is the meaning of this particular term. Data is the new oil. Okay, William is reading the next question. Let's see. Divya was learning neural networks. So neural networks for revise kare mani man mein. So what is that? We had a input layer. We have multiple middle layers, which are called as my hidden layer, and then we have the output layer. Yeah? So Divya was learning neural network. She understood that there are 3 layers in the neural network. Helped her identify the layer that does processing in the neural network. So it cannot be input, it cannot be output, it's the hidden layer. The middle layer is basically called as the hidden layer, and there are multiple of them. Multiple of them where the processing is actually done. So correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's fourth, it's B part basically. Okay. Now, the fifth one is which category of machine learning occurs in the presence of a supervisor or a teacher? So, where the teacher guides. What do you think it should be? Supervisor or a,
Ma'am, supervised learning.
okay? Just a second. Now, we understand about these categories of learning a little. If you kind of rewind yourself and get back to it, that what exactly we discussed about supervised and unsupervised in one lines, if we do it, thoda revision bhi ho jayega. There's no harm in that. What was the basic understanding or the basic keyword? What I said for the supervised learning was labeled data. I would give the machine the labeled data, telling him that this is a ball and this is a bat. Right? So I will tell him this is a ball, this is a bat, this is a book, this is a cup, this is a glass, और उसके multiple variations. Right? Then
Yes.
the machine learns it like that. And फिर वो उसको जब एक नई चीज दिखाई जाती है तो he is able to classify it in between whether it's a cup or a glass or a ball or a bat. It's able to do it. That's supervised learning. So a teacher or a supervisor has told basically the machine that this is how this looks like. This is how it is. ठीक है? Unsupervised में क्या है? No labeled data set. So इसीलिए इसके अंदर कौन सा algorithm वर्क करता है? क्लस्टरिंग, ग्रुपिंग. मशीन खुद से कैरेक्टर्स के बेस पे ग्रुप करेगा, कलर्स के बेस पे, शेप्स के बेस पे, जो भी उसको समझ में आता है, फीचर्स के बेस पे वो उसको ग्रुपिंग करेगा एंड अकॉर्डिंगली लर्न करेगा कैसे चलो ये है ये. एंड रीइंफोर्समेंट टॉक्स अबाउट गलती करेगा, so he'll get a minus point, and that way he will learn that this is not to be done. If he'll do it correct, then he'll get a bonus point, and then he'll know that yes, this is the correct thing. So I reinforce, yes, you are correct, absolutely right, and you know that this is correct. So that will be. Okay? So when we talk about a supervisor or a teacher who's telling the machine that this is what it is, पहले से बता के रख रहा है उसको. So it's supervised learning. What does deep learning primarily rely on to mimic the human brain? What does deep learning primarily rely on to mimic the human brain? So human brain के साथ what is associated? Yes, woman, that's correct. Anybody else?
Artificial neural networks.
Yes, neural networks. Whenever you talk about brain, human brain, I'm talking about neural network.
Yes.
Okay? What is the role of enforcement learning in reinforcement machine learning in machine learning? Sorry. Let's read. Create rules automatically recognize patterns in the untagged data. देखो जो unsupervised learning के लिए ये भी एक ऐसा line है जिससे पता चलता है हमको that we can define it like that. Recognizing patterns in untagged data. Untagged is similar to saying unlabeled. है ना? So recognizing patterns in untagged data is also something which is called as by unsupervised learning. Rewarding desired behaviors or penalizing the undesired ones. This is what is happening in reinforcement. Do you agree? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. C1 will be the option.
Yeah. Anybody having any confusion? Yes, doing the right. Shaurya, do you get it, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Moving on to the eighth one now. Which AI applications is responsible for automatically separating emails into spam or not spam?
Gmail.
That's easy to answer. So in Gmail only, mail mein hi we have the options of spam and not spam. So that is what. Eighth one is your first Gmail. Moving on to the fill in the blanks. Let's try this too. To determine if a machine or application is AI based, consider its ability to perform tasks that typically require what kind of intelligence? What are we trying to incorporate into my machines? किस तरह का, किसका intelligence? Yes, ma'am. Correct. Determine if a machine or application is AI based, consider its ability to perform tasks that typically require
Artificial.
no. आर्टिफिशियल की तो हम बात कर रहे हैं,
Oh.
है ना? मशीन या एप्लीकेशन जिसमें आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बेस्ड है, उसमें कौन सी एबिलिटी हम लोग चाहेंगे?
Learning.
doesn't fit here. Learning, of course, is there. But what kind of human intelligence is required? It's actually human intelligence.
Oh,
Okay, so we are saying human intelligence leads to ability to take a decision, ability to decide, ability to do those kind of things. So that is what we are trying to acquire or incorporate in a machine. So it's humans intelligence, require human intelligence. AI enables a machine to carry out cognitive tasks typically performed by AI से हम क्या उम्मीद कर रहे हैं?
कि ह्यूमंस की जगह ले ले
Humans की जगह ले ले. Performed by humans. So जो
humans.
tasks, cognitive tasks, which are performed by human beings, that I want to enable my AI machine to do. Supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement learning are three categories of what do you think it is? You have to decide. ये तीनों categories किसके हैं?
मैम मशीन लर्निंग.
Machine learning. Absolutely correct. Machine learning. Just a second. Fine. Machine learning, right? Okay. Next one. Dash is a subset of AI that is entirely based on ANN. That is your artificial neural networks.
मैम डीप लर्निंग.
Deep learning. Absolutely correct. That is very, 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 very good. Okay. मशीन लर्निंग सो वो डायग्राम याद करो जो हमने किया था वो सर्कल वाला डायग्राम जैसे सबसे कोर में व्हाट डिड वी हैव
मैम डीप लर्निंग.
डीप लर्निंग से ऊपर
मैम मशीन
मशीन
लर्निंग.
लर्निंग और मशीन लर्निंग से ऊपर एआई सो एआई वाज माय बिगेस्ट सबसेट एआई के अंदर यू हैव मशीन लर्निंग के अंदर यू हैव डीप लर्निंग बिकॉज ये स्टेटमेंट ट्रू फॉल्स में जरूर आएगा एग्जाम में मान के चलो मशीन लर्निंग इज अ सबसेट ऑफ डीप लर्निंग और डीप लर्निंग इज अ सबसेट ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग and in a second you tend to get confused.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so keep that diagram in mind that deep learning is in the core. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning and machine learning is a subset of AI. That is how you remember it. Great. Machine learning can be used for online fraud detection to make cyberspace a
Safe place.
safe place, secure place, whatever. Okay, coming down to true false. Chatbots like Alexa, Siri are example of virtual assistants.
True.
Very true. We use it, so we all understand that very well. Let's do the second one. Supervised learning involves training a computer system with labeled input data.
Without labeled input.
Oh, sorry. Without labeled input data.
False.
False, because it is with the labeled input data. अगर without
Yes,
labeled हो जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा उसका learning?
Unsupervised.
Excellent.
Ma'am, have you shared your screen?
Oh.
Ma'am, you are sharing.
I am sharing. I'm so sorry. I was sharing. I clicked the wrong button. Are you not able to see, Shara? I've shared it again. Now check. Is it visible?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I was able to see. Ahana wasn't able to see.
Acha. Hannah, just check your connection if because the screen is visible. Everybody else is able to see. By chance, you kind of stopped or paused the share or something. Just check it out the tones. Because from my side, it is well. Okay. So unstructured data can be easily analyzed using traditional relational database techniques. Now, इसके अंदर there are multiple terms, which I should actually explain to you. Unstructured data. Now, coming back to the chapter again, we talk about types of data as we didn't do it in the last class. We did it last class, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Bhuma, you are right. So unstructured data is basically, we discussed about structured and semi-structured and unstructured.
Yes, ma'am.
Structured was proper tabular, जैसे हम Excel में data देखते हैं. That's my structured data. Very easy to handle. Row wise, column wise, everything predefined. So easy to delete, easy to pick, easy to count. Everything becomes easier for me to work on that. It lets us really work easily on that one. Then comes your semi-structures. Semi-structures, we talk about the HTML, CSS kind of data where we have some structure, but it's not easily easiest form जो tabular form है उसमें नहीं होता है.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. Third being the unstructured data. Unstructured, I'm saying logs. I'm talking about comments. I'm talking about posts. I'm talking about videos, reels. ये भी सब data है. But they are unstructured. है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
अब ये unstructured data because relational database techniques. अब ये जो database techniques है, that is basically talking about the softwares which are used to handle tabular data. Like I'm talking about Excel, like I'm talking about Oracle, like I'm talking about MySQL. There's so many of them nowadays available, but the basic ones I'm talking about. यहाँ पे tabular data handle करना, like we are learning, going to learn in Python how to handle CSV data, जो कि tabular से हम convert करते हैं easily और उसको use करते हैं. So all these kind of database techniques, though we don't call that a CSV as a database technique, but originally my database techniques are Oracle, SQL, all these are databases. So relational databases ke through we are unable to handle the unstructured data. Of course, because they are not in a structured form, in a tabular form. ठीक है ना? So that is why this can be easily analyzed है. Hence it is false. अगर ये structured data होता तो definitely वो database techniques के through easily handle हो सकता. ठीक है, tabular data तो easily database handle कर सकता है. Untabular data है, random है data, उसको database systems नहीं है. Okay, so this is a false statement. Deep learning typically requires less time to train compared to machine learning.
मैम इसका तो मेरे को पता नहीं मैम.
False.
It's false, right. Actually, why false? Because if you remember, the last part we discussed was few difference points about machine learning and deep learning. And significant pointers was that we were talking about deep learning requires a lot of training, a lot of data.
Oh.
In lots. We are saying machine learning, maybe we are giving a lot of data. But majority, even more than that, we talk about deep learning. Right? So that was the part which is used here. So here we say less time, no, it takes more time as compared to machine learning. Okay. Now, machine learning is not used in everyday applications like virtual personal assistants or fraud detection. What do you think should be this one?
Ma'am, false.
False. Machine learning is not used in everyday applications like virtual personal assistants and fraud detection. I also think it is. You think it's false, right?
Is अगर मैम ट्रू होगा तो मतलब वो नहीं यूज हो रहा, और अगर फॉल्स होगा मतलब यूज हो रहा है.
Is not used, it is said, na? It is a false
Yes, ma'am.
statement because we are really trying to make our assistants also learn from my day-to-day activities. Okay, so that
Yes,
is why
ma'am.
we call it. So this is how the things are in this chapter. Questions. Try the rest of them. Okay, so that
Okay.
next class I'll again come back to it, discussing another important aspect which is going to be there in the paper, is the case-based question. The case-based questions. These are the ones. Okay, so we have to do them typically because case-based questions are there. They have given one question here. I'll try to find two more for you, but try it out. A hospital implemented an AI system to assist doctors in diagnosing diseases based on medical images, such as X-rays or MRI scans. However, some patients expressed concerns about the accuracy and reliability of the AI diagnosis. How can the hospital address these concerns? A very open question, very much an open question, but then we need to handle these kind of case study based questions for the exam too, right? So go through the chapter again, thoda, while doing the questions. I have picked up those topics a little. So go through the chapter again and try to give your own interpretation to the question. You may miss out certain points. You may give me very extra added certain points, which even I can't think of or your friends can't think of. So take your own analysis on it. Then only we broaden our spectrum actually. Okay, so think about it yourself. How do you feel it can work? How do you feel it cannot work? Depends upon your analysis. Right? So we'll discuss this in the next class. Now I'm going to start up with the next topic, which is my Python. So I'm kind of closing the Zoom now and I'll start fresh. It's easier for me to, record the classes with that.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? So you rejoin again. I'll just stop this here and we'll connect again with the connect.